Hey. Oh shit. How y'all doing? Y'all doing? Is you doing? Is you doing? Is you doing? Okay. Ah, child. This has been a day today. So what's going on? The Bam is in the house with us. Marcus Collins is in the house with us. Azalad Artist is in the house. Miss Sly Sylvia Williams. The one and only D Main is in the house with us tonight. Leander's in the house with us tonight. Makes me want to get into that anticipation for us to come. I'm so happy that I turned you on. So now, whatever the rest of the song is. What's up? His Majesty the King. How you doing, baby? Um, so we got a lot of different things that we're gonna discuss and we're gonna talk about tonight, y'all. I hope y'all ready because this is going to be an adult conversation tonight. We may get a little graphic, so let me go ahead and put my little warning up there before we get started. Warning: the views expressed and the opinion expressed on my channel is just that of our thoughts, expressions, and opinions. Don't take any of this shit seriously, but we do advise you viewer discretion is advised. Without further ado, let's get into it. What's going on? The one and only Miss Diva one. What's going on? Well, y'all, we have the councilman here, the councilman, the council chair lady, the mistress of elements, the mistress of the cloth, the head MC herself. And then we also have, the one that you don't want to leave your husband around, because that helps us some serious. I don't know what's going on, but once a hoe, well, I don't know. But hey, y'all, hey, what's going on, y'all?
You did.
Let
Huh?
me add the threes right now. Can I see the threes in the comments?
No, she
Can I
did.
see the threes in the comments?
What I do?
And I just want to add to that disclaimer, girl.
You go right on the head.
Take it serious, girl. Get out your feelings, and don't nobody care but you.
And there it is then. Mm, mm. Well, so
Hey,
let me.
Leander.
Hey, Faith, honey. Is the choir ready for tonight's service?
I see you got your shawl on.
It's
Yes.
a sort of
Girl,
beautiful show. Yes, honey. Yes.
somebody tell Brother Johnson to turn the AC down, girl. Or turn
Okay.
it up, rather.
Because you know these
Hmm.
old bones.
Okay?
Yes.
Be having it
Yes.
freezing cold in church.
Yes.
Child.
But I'm
Because
here safe.
I be having hot flashes, so they got to keep me cool. You know,
Oh,
I got
Child.
to have mine. What's going on, y'all? How's y'all day been?
Child. Let's
good. I've been working most of the day. Not at work, but working my personal stuff.
see.
Oh Lord, here she goes.
I'll
She'll
tell you
breathe
offline,
hard.
child.
Uh-oh.
Well, child, I don't know what I did yesterday,
Do we
but
need
I
to
got
put
up.
you in the prayer pool, honey? You want to
Do we
send in
do
your prayers, honey?
do
Send
we
in
need
your
to take
prayers.
and put your name in the prayer box? If
Okay.
you much anointing in prayer.
Well, I did needed that, but child, foolishness on my brother, child. I don't care.
Yes.
Well, child, I woke up yesterday and I don't know what I did, but I could barely walk. And I made it through yesterday and
What
I
you
got up
do?
this morning and well actually last night when I laid down and I got up to go use the bathroom, girl, I stepped on my right leg And when I tell you, I was almost pissed and cried and shitted all at the once at the same damn time. I was in so much pain, and I
Somebody pay
hobbled
for
to the
Sister Jasmine's
bathroom. Yes,
That was me
bowels.
yesterday too, honey. I don't know what it was, but my arthritis was acting up.
girl, I don't claim arthritis. Arthur can
Well,
go
whatever it
somewhere.
was,
Arthur can go somewhere and sit down. I don't know.
Arthur had
Somebody
me sit down.
raise their hand and heal these sisters' bodies,
Yes.
honey, girl.
I felt that one. Thank you. Thank you.
From
Shana
the
na
pinky
bobo.
toe up to the hair shaft, okay?
Shana na bobo. Because
Yes.
Africa,
Yes.
Africa, Africa. Hamba ramba haya ha romba hola haya.
Dona, Dina,
Africa,
Ina,
Africa.
Pinta, Quinta, Mata, Cuta.
Girl, she talking about the spirits in Africa, girl. She over here calling the ships of Columbus. Girl, if she don't sit down,
I thought you should have subbed in for the beginning of Lion King. Ma, Tabenya,
You know what? You know what?
girl, I can't.
My God, today. The circle of life.
Girl, she
She
was calling the circle of
She
something, but
calling
it
on the
wasn't a life.
spirits, all right. The spirits that stole from the Indian spirits, girl. The
Mhm.
native
That
spirits,
part.
honey.
That
And
part.
they said,
Well,
"Well, we're gonna
Eli,
go ahead and give it back to them. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get rid of Agent Orange, so y'all can sit on down,
Girl.
and then
Why
they gonna
did
have to start back
why
being
did she think
sneaky."
she had power in Africa anyway, honey? Your power, you barely have power here, honey.
I really
Africa,
want her to explain that. You call specifically on Africa and South America, which is what your orange agent has been trying to, okay.
Girl,
yes,
she needs to
Sylvia,
call.
yes, Sylvia.
She
Sylvia said,
call.
"A cake, a
She
cake,
can't
a
even
cake,
call
a
the
roll,
spirits in Ireland, honey.
baby." And then, what ancestors gonna listen to her? Is what I want to know.
That's why I said call the ancestors.
Can't
Call
even
them.
call the spirits in Ireland, girl. The spirits over there in England is already sold up, honey. Queen Elizabeth got them on rapture. You know she got an
Period.
old nasty. She ain't got no voodoo queen, girl. You know she got an old evil nasty witch, honey.
Okay. You know that's where Hogwarts is located around the area, honey. She already
You know it. So they
She got
already
Hermione
busy.
on the payroll.
You know
Hermione
they
Granger
they
is on
already
the payroll.
busy talking about a spirit ain't ancestor spirits from Africa, South America, South America, South
Like,
America.
baby,
Girl,
you want to call from Africa?
no, do she really want to call some Cubans? That's what I want to know. Do she really want to call some
Girl,
Cubans?
she don't want that. She don't want that business either.
She don't.
A complete
I know the
fool.
ancestors was looking like this bitch.
And we wasn't even supposed to be going there today, baby.
They not gonna jump in her body like the bitch on Ghost Child. They gonna open her up and remove her insides and then use the frame.
Oh, whoa. Like what's some jig? Flawless victory.
I'm gonna go ahead and call the Candy Man girl. Look in the mirror and call him 5 times.
Chad, not on my life. in the words of Iyamas Banzuma, not on my life, not on my watch.
Not on my watch.
Marcus, yes, Hogwarts,
Oh,
yes.
she was on Wendy Williams today.
Who?
Iyanla.
Oh, child.
They was talking
Yes,
about Wendy
wanna
was trying
come
to give
back.
her too much, girl.
Baby.
Because she apparently she made what's the comedian with the gold hair with the fade, Lunel.
Oh,
She
yeah.
made Lunel cry.
Trailer for that.
She made Lunel cry, so you know that's Wendy Judy all of a sudden, girl. So now I guess she kind of taking up for her and throwing shots. She was like, "Oh, did you get fired?" Iyanla was like, "No, it was just something I wanted to step away from, girl." And somebody was in the comments when she asked her that, she was like, "It wasn't my place," because you know when she did the interview with DMX back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
she was like, "Oh, well, he's finally ready to, have a sit down with you. So would you have a sit down with him again?" She was like, "No, thank you." She said, "Bitch, I said what I said. I don't do interviews. I do healings."
Right. Duh. What's my name? But yeah, child, I was in pain today,
Okay.
and I had took me one of my because a lot of people don't know I have spasms in my back. So I had took me one of my spasm pills, and I should not have took it at work. And when I tell you a hoe was standing up there, I was in the middle of a transaction, and this man he was standing up there taking so long. I just did this number,
Child.
and
So,
I stood there. I was completely beat, and I stood there, and I tilted because you know when a fat person tilt and they get in one place, you know they gonna get then they get quiet.
and you get comfortable.
Baby.
And look, I had the fan blowing on me, so I felt like I was at work. I was at home. I said,
Child, she thought she was on the back porch
No,
sitting.
'cause we have the customers do that at my job. They try to look at their coupons or whatever. I lay back on that back counter.
and baby, then he said, look good. Then he said, well, I might just have to come back because I can't remember. I said, huh? Oh, that's okay. That's good.
Child, I told y'all about letting Trey break y'all backs, literally, honey.
Girl, it wasn't no trade. I wish it was from a trade, but it wasn't
Baby,
from a
we don't
trade.
have your lifestyle.
Because if it was, you know, I could have had him
What?
to come back and order autovert transform and put me back together. You know, I could have had him to do that. Said,
You know, Baby has had a nice week because he had to give his man some overtime for his birthday.
Child.
I don't know why, baby.
No,
was
I
trying to
had a
talk
good
about
time
that.
yesterday, honey, because it was Veterans Day, bitch. I was at all the free
Bitch,
food.
I meant to ask you, how was that? Because I know you was living your life.
Bitch, I went to
on top of the
Applebee's
table,
twice.
below the navel.
I went to Applebee's twice yesterday. I went to CC's. I was going to Dickies because they had a good old nasty pulled pork sandwich. But the Dickies over here by me, child, they done closed and turned into something else. Then I started to stop by Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme, but I didn't want to be too fat of a hoe.
Shit, I
I
would.
was like,
Look, you could have did like everybody else, made you a plate to go. Got you one to go.
That
well, you know, I had about 3 plates at CC's Pizza, honey. But then one of them was a salad.
We're not even gonna act like we didn't even hear that.
One of them was a salad.
So the
But-
other 3 was pizza too.
2 of them were pizza. One was a salad.
Survey says
that is I'm at the Dallas shit.
So how did you get back to your country whenever it was all said and done?
Girl, I was at Applebee's. The first Applebee's I went to, they let me take it to go. So
Hello?
then my grandpa didn't want to go with me because he's
Yeah,
a veteran as well. He talking about, oh, that sound like a setup. He talking about, oh, that sound like a setup. Y'all trying to get me COVID. Look at her.
Well, if he elderly, I can understand. I would have brought him. So I just would have brought him something like, here, your plate.
Well, I was going to, but I didn't know that they were letting us do to goes because you know typically you
They don't let them do to goes.
typically you have to do dine in. So I'm not sure. The first one I went to, they let me do the to go.
In
So
this
that's
penny?
in
this penny?
right. So I was like, okay. So the second one, I was gonna get something and bring it to him, but then they made me eat it there. So I was like, well.
I just would have got something. I need a go box.
By that time, I had ordered me a margarita, so I was like, you know what, I might as well.
So a question is, what kind of salad was it? It's not me asking the question. And if it had dressing on the side, if it had dressing on it.
Well, I knew that was Violent to the ass there. He was on Miss ass.
What happened?
I said, that's why I had to open up the comments, because I knew that was Violent to ass there.
What Dollar said?
It's-
Oh, the
What
real
kind of
question is,
salad
what kind of salad was it?
It was the iceberg lettuce or something with olives on it and ranch dressing. It had carrots in it as well.
I already asked, was it above the table?
Did it
below
have
the
some
table?
bacon in it?
Did you? No, I don't really care for bacon bits no more. Did you say was it above or below the table?
Was it above the table or below the navel?
Well, I had a summer sausage as well,
See, below the navel.
Oh, let's see.
but that wasn't at CC's.
And we expecting anything different.
Let me enclose my sweater.
It's been 5 months.
It's always the choir director, isn't it?
That's why I'm sick and tired of you sissies. I'm sick and tired of you sissies.
Oh, she's talking to the girls in the back then.
You gotta do with the pause. I'm so tired of these sisters. I'm like, damn, girl.
Somebody find me that so I can play that because that took me completely out. I could roast
She's
her.
talking to the girls in the back, honey.
I'm like, what they do? What damn? Who think your man?
People like that makes me think that they man got done left them because of somebody that's
That's
queer.
exactly how I feel.
Mm-mm.
Not gay but queer. You know,
It's their grandchild. They get tired of looking through the house, girl, twisting up and down the hallway. Girl. Listen up here. It be the queen in the back of the church, girl. Girl.
D-Man coming from you again, good.
He coming for who? Himself?
You.
A lesbian.
Well, he should know.
Nobody wants to hear from the lesbian. Oh, Jesus. Okay. So.
I done told you, man, girl. Stay in the back of the church, girl. Don't come up here to the front pew.
We is not going to go into no reading section. We are not. Because y'all had all that on. Speaking of Tuesday, Diva One, what was your Tuesday? We needed some
communion, honey.
Oh, he said he was talking about the lady that was talking about I ain't no shady heifer.
Okay, girl.
Not too much for me, D-Main. Speaking of Diva One, where was you at on Tuesday? We needed some factual answers and stuff checked that certain people on here was giving us, and they wasn't giving us the correct answers and stuff.
What happened?
Good, you was on here Tuesday. Don't play.
Girl, I don't remember what happened yesterday after I ate the damn all that food.
Fat ass. But moving along. So what we gonna talk about tonight, y'all? I know we had something. Tonight is not the right night. I'm here for laughs. That's all. Too much shit going on. Oh. Did he just shoot me a bird?
I saw that. Girl, he said he just came to laugh with us tonight, girl. That's it. I just came to dance for y'all. That's it.
D-Man, what is the tea? D-Man.
Girl.
Ma'am, what is the tea, ma'am?
You know the girls get upset when they trade cancel on them, honey.
That hoe said, and I did. No, ma'am. No, was that directed towards me, ma'am? Huh? Sir, ma'am? Sir, ma'am, was that directed towards me?
Not sir, ma'am.
Yo. Was that directed towards me? Huh? So, do you want me to put the link in the chat so you can come in with us?
Girl, you know she's scary, honey. She ain't gonna come in here to the Lions then, girl. Girl, she gonna, and if she do, she gonna get very much on Beyonce tease, honey. Lions attack.
You know what? I cannot. Uh-oh, somebody else done got old booty call up there. Ooh, D-Main, that the throne is yours. What's the sweet tea, madam? Oh,
who is Marcus? Girl, the newcomer's coming in here throwing shade. Girl.
Marcus been with us for a while now.
He must have changed his picture.
That's just you being special, not remember who it was. Oh yeah, I forgot. You don't remember things from yesterday.
Marcus changed his picture, or he didn't have one.
Yeah, Marcus done been with us for a minute now. Leander done
he
got
didn't
that
have
old.
no picture?
Yes, he did.
Oh.
It's, all right, it is a different picture though. It's not the same picture that he had before.
Nah, I just said that.
I can feel it coming in the air. So, how was that phone call?
I was trying to research find that clip of I'm so tired of sissies, but all they got is a school sermon.
She was 7 and 11:30 appointment.
Oh, I said what I said.
I'm off tonight, so it was actually 9:15 for tomorrow night.
Okay. Not I'm off tonight.
Look at this hoe. It's sir to all of you, please. Jazz, you started shit. You missed it, girl. Jesus is not taking the wheel tonight, child. We came in here to laugh and have a good time, good. Not too much of me, sir, ma'am.
If you thought that was
D-Man, come on, panel.
I'm gonna need the man to come in here, honey. And
D-Man is not gonna come. D-Man ain't gonna come. Serving us fish sticks from the circle.
girl,
So what we gonna talk about, y'all?
fish sticks and orange tartar sauce.
Did you say fish sticks and orange tartar sauce? Oh my god. My god today. So I guess we're gonna touch on I don't know. What
I don't know nothing that's been going on in the world, Chad. I've been over here dealing with family
there's a lot.
bullshit.
I'm just trying to see which one should we pick tonight.
You know, I didn't see nothing yesterday, Chad. I was too busy in all the plates.
Hmm. Wait,
I've noticed how
I can tell you know, I don't really care for Applebee's food, but Chad, that chicken, that lime chicken, what is it, Fiesta chicken lime or whatever that shit was the business.
they appetizer be hidden.
The happy hour menu, but you know, as far as like their food,
who had a happy hour menu?
Applebee's.
I thought they was like everybody else only had one menu.
No, they gotta have. It's like a special.
Most places do have a happy hour menu.
So
If
how
they have
many of y'all got
They
y'all
have
made?
a part. They have stuff that's on happy hour.
Say what?
How many of y'all got y'all mans and PS5s? Because that's been going around a lot. That's been
Oh yeah. So who been
up to
so
date.
since the ladies want the Birkin bags, are y'all buying the PS5s?
Right.
Or what's the other the Xbox, whatever it is? What is it called?
It was.
I don't know if that came
I
up.
saw something about Bow
PS5.
Wow was happy he got
You
there.
know what?
Bowisha.
Huh?
I saw something about Bowisha had the little Xbox package or whatever she had.
Bowisha.
Bow Wow girl. That's what he called her. Not Bowisha.
Oh, I thought that was a real person. Who was Bowisha? That sounds like she
The views expressed on
Straight-
this channel.
that's straight hood right there, baby. We already know she had it. She had to use food stamps. You know she already had it.
Bowisha.
Oh,
You know,
Bowisha.
she's still on-
Bowisha.
You know, she's still trying to get all the new toys. So Amariana can come over there and play with her again.
Don't
I thought
nobody.
he was with Sojisha.
Well, as quiet as it's kept, I heard somebody had a rosebud, and it's all on.
Well, she was with Sojisha, but I think
Wait.
25 Cent Rita girl got her.
New school rapper with the Rosebud.
I heard it was what was his name? Laisha Ho, the one that sang that song that has a whole rosebud showing on Pornhub.
That's what I heard too, honey.
That's what the kids are talking about. That's what the streets are saying.
Well, I was surprised.
No, we're gonna leave it as that. We ain't gonna call no real names because we already know who we talking about. Just
Yeah.
hold on. Why did you have a do-rag on all them days and your hair ain't changed?
Oh.
My hair was changed. I washed it out.
Good, we never seen it. All you always had it was the do-rag.
Well, I sent you a picture of it, so you did see it.
No, you didn't.
I did.
And I got longer.
You was under the hair dryer, so I didn't see the whole thing.
Girl, I sent it to you when I was doing it.
The girls are fighting.
Let me make this hoe out of a lie, because this hoe gonna swear up and down that she done sent me something. Didn't.
I sent you the picture when I was doing it. Girl, under the dryer is when it was getting done.
Diva One, check T.S. Madison's social media.
When it was getting done, like I said. When
Those
it was
are the
getting
only
done,
things
like
I
I
mean.
said. Like I said when it was getting done.
I
Did she, or
said
did she
what
not?
I said.
What I said and what you said was some bullshit, because what I said was correct.
Welcome to the reunion.
Okay.
Hold
We
on.
see each
Look,
other.
hold on. Let me do Nene number. Hold on. Where is it at? Let me do Nene number.
What I said.
Let me do Nene number. Let me cover up everybody. Let me close my lid.
Wait, who did?
Now.
What you did?
Nasty hoe.
Okay. Chad, I'm glad you had on bottoms, honey.
I did. I would have did it if I didn't. Before you try to come for me, I was safe.
Come on, come on. She was calling angels in the outfield, girl. Okay.
This hoe said, "Gather, faith, gather, gather." Who? Gather? Faith ain't gathering nobody. Child.
Child. She said what she said.
And it is. And I said what I said. And it wasn't done, which
Not
you
when
lied
it
and said it was done.
when it was
getting
done. Of it when it was getting done.
Nevertheless, I was still correct. Hey, Instagram.
Well, y'all see her good blowout. She got a good blowout now.
What's the problem? Look like it's getting.
I'm gonna wait to redo it. I have to order.
Look like it's a little thin on top.
Oh, excuse me.
Huh?
Who's thin? Girl, thin where? No,
the hairline is not fruitful.
My hairline is fruitful. My hairline is just curved. She's still there, girl.
The hairline is not fruitful.
Oh, she's still there, girl.
I got no part in this. I'm just here. To give the announcements and collect the tithes.
Speaking of tithes and offerings, let me give a couple shots out, and then then we're gonna get into the conversation, child. You know what? I really needed that. I thank you. Who's she gonna be right now? Because she ain't cousin Faith right now. Because she ain't holding with somebody man, so she can't be cousin Faith right now. Senior District Choral Director, I thank you. And your sidekick, all things D-Main. Why D-Main trying to be on your side tonight?
Girl, because he know what side to be on, the right side.
Wait,
the right side.
Assistant to the choir director, the girl. Wait, hold on.
D-Main, I ain't like that. I know it ain't nothing but love.
I find that video of Rudy singing "Baby."
It ain't even that type of party. Look, we all know D-Main. You've been here from the jump.
Hey,
we know
that in the choir, honey. We need a solo. We call him D-Main, honey.
But D-Main brought up a good point.
It's a song that's been in my spirit, and I just wanted to share it with the people because a lot of people are confused about how to maintain their peace and their sanity and their unbotheredness.
Yes, God. Yes, God.
And it's a song that always comes to my spirit, and I want to share it with you, and I hope it blesses you like it has blessed me.
Yes.
Blocking you blesses me.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. If you know the song, sing along with us.
Blocking you blesses.
First of all, that's not the selection that I chose for today.
Get the selection.
So the choir will not be joining in.
Well,
not an angel now.
Why? Well,
cause blocking you blesses me. I like it already.
One more time. I like that one, y'all.
I'll hit it again.
Blocking you blesses me. You other ain't not gonna bother me. I can't.
Yes, Lord.
Blocking you blesses me. You might already shambles. How you gonna give me advice about mine?
Your
opinion doesn't count.
Well,
not an angel now.
Why?
Blocking you.
What it does?
And I ain't finna be bothered.
Well,
blocking you. Pastor, I don't need y'all on my page.
What?
Blocking you. None of my coworkers. I don't need y'all going back to my job telling me what I'm doing. Blocking you. Churches. I don't need y'all in my business. None of y'all.
Blocking you. Blessed is me.
Block
Hallelujah.
them people
Block them
and
people and be blessed.
My
A
God
word.
today.
A word. A word.
And
I'll get
that's
that
you
word.
come small nasty hoe chick, honey. I done told y'all about messing with some singers, girl.
Girl. Let me hold on. Let me block you. It's blessing.
We can take your card, my card.
Mhm.
What's up, Chunky?
Oh, nasty singers, honey. I done told y'all. So did anyone watch Chasing Atlanta? Hey nephew.
Yeah.
They said, hey, nephew.
Hello.
What's his name?
Y'all, huh?
What's his name?
Say,
Who?
Save. Jasmine, you
You
on me.
block you
Save.
Sabe?
Yes.
Oh. I thought you said saved at first. I was like, oh, is she trying to get cute?
Child, we were supposed to be talking about
Save.
relationships tonight. I don't think you
No, I thought she said save, like SAVED.
Wait, so they're talking about relationships tonight?
we were supposed to be talking about it. They can hear you.
We're gonna be talking about like how to keep a man, right?
Oh, is that the topic tonight?
Well, we know you skillful in helping people lose the man.
Let's put Faith on the screen and let him give the
First
sermon.
of all, I help relationships, girl, because don't nobody want to fuck their man every night, girl. So I just take them off their hands 2 or 3 times a week, girl.
You are the choir director. You are the choir director.
That's not the only thing I get to rise, honey. Okay.
You know what? Rise and
I
shine.
would like to speak to the district board. I would like to speak to the district board.
you'll have to put this in time out.
Okay.
The
Yes,
district board, please.
that is not the only thing I get to ride.
Yes, Diva one. That's my only nephew. Only have one.
Zyla, we might talk about
But-
changing Zyla's seating arrangement.
That's why I cut my hair the first time. I just realized why I cut my hair the first time, child.
Why
My
is
head
that?
gets itching. My head gets itching. I'll be having to wash my hair. That's on my twisting of a lock. Well, I really didn't care for them to lock, but I was like, child, I have to dig down off of my scalp, honey. I was like, oh Lord.
Hey, Kimmy Brown.
You need to just change your shampoo, girl. What shampoo do you use?
Well,
I told Savannah it was Pantene, but it's not Pantene. It's,
this host said we must have a storefront church. Hey Jackie, what's going on, baby?
Well, storefronts become mega churches.
Right. We're gonna take a small break, and then when we come back, what are we gonna talk about? Are we gonna actually talk about relationships?
well, like the open relationships that everybody's been talking about.
Oh, we're gonna talk about open relationships. Now that's different. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
right after these words
Oh.
from our sponsors, we'll be talking about open relationships. We back, y'all. So, we're gonna be talking about. I'm assuming. I guess we're gonna be. Hey, my big sis, Miss Savon's in the house with us. What's going on, Savon? No jacket, child. We are 40 minutes in. You're not early. You're not late either. You just don't time because we about to start. But
You know, baby, we had to hear from the
you'll
readers.
see it. And Bambi and D Main teamed up to try to call themselves trying to roast me for a little bit, so I had to get
You
with
know,
and gag.
we had to have the opening The opening introduction, honey, before the pastor gets up and speaks.
Praise and
girl.
worship section, the announcements.
Yes.
Now that we
Now
got
we
that
got
out of
the-
the way, we're gonna get to the nitty gritty for a little while. Open relationships. I never thought about open relationships. How do y'all feel about open relationships?
I'm
I
not
don't- I
against
don't-
them, but see, my thing
Yeah.
is there needs to be communication.
It has to be some sort of structure.
'Cause
But
I
do
think
you
a lot of
think-
people think?
Do you
can
think
just
a lot of
open
people-
relationship.
But do you think a lot of people that say that they want an open relationship are mature enough to have it? Now that's the question.
A lot of people
I'm
are
gonna
mature
say
enough
no.
to say a lot of things that they want in life.
And I agree. Because
that-
I think a lot of people
I feel like
think
that was a read towards you.
Yeah, I was like, hold up. I ain't never said I want an open relationship, but I mean, if I
That wasn't directed towards you.
okay,
No,
I
like what
feel
you
like
make
a
up
lot
for?
of people
you know, let me get back into my stance because you done
know what they
try to
say, girl.
scap me
You know
again,
that-
girl.
You know that when the girls feel attacked, child.
in this church you don't put up that finger, you put up three fingers, you just tilt your head and walk out.
Child.
But I think a lot of people use open relationships, unfortunately, as an excuse to still be a hoe or like to do mischievous things because
That's what it's for.
I feel like you can't have a structured open relationship where you can talk to your partner like, hey, we're in a relationship, and then every open relationship has certain rules, has their own boundaries, has this and that.
So
But I
if
think-
you had an open relationship, what would be your boundaries?
Me personally, my number one thing is it will be no kissing. Like you're not kissing nobody else. You're not.
But in the heat of the moment, you
Really,
can't really say that
it's
though.
horrible. Huh?
In the heat of the moment, you can't really say that though.
I do it.
Because if
I don't
somebody
kiss
digging
niggas.
you out, if somebody digging you out like they supposed to, and you sit up there and you like this and you in a V, and they looking in your eyes and you looking
Girl,
in their
first
eyes,
of all,
and then
you
they
already
taking
know
their
what
foot down
position my man is gonna be fucking somebody else in, girl. So we don't need to discuss that.
Okay, well,
I feel
Doggy
like
style. My man is not. If my man is not fucking me, no missionary girl, why would he be fucking somebody else missionary? No, you fuck that bitch doggy style. Get your nut and go home.
I mean, I feel like kissing isn't necessarily emotional all the time. At least that's for me. That's different for everybody. But for me, kissing is not sensitive. For me, I'm more so like
Kind of
communicate.
picture happening.
Talk to me about what's going on, like with you. And for
Because
me,
if you're
it's-
having passionate sex and you're having slow kisses, very intimate kisses, if you having that beat it up, that blue Cantrell
I mean, I
sex,
feel
hit
like you
them
can
up
do
style.
that. You can do that in a one night stand and like never see the nigga again. So
Why did
And I'm
you
okay
start
with
laughing? She knew exactly what I was talking about.
I don't know what you talking
That
about.
blue Cantrell hit them up style, honey.
Yes, hey ladies, if your man
I
want to
just,
get
for me,
fucked
as long
now.
as there's no emotional attachment to any of these so-called other hoes, because I'm not gonna be a sister wife or nothing. But
So okay,
Well,
then
we can get into
being
that
in
as
an
well.
open relationship, let's just be real. Okay,
'Cause
so
that rolls
let me
into
give y'all the
polyamory.
scenario. Let me give y'all the scenario, and y'all tell me. So if you, for those of us that are bottoms or verse bottoms, still bottoms. So for those of us that are bottoms that have a top as a mate, would it be okay for your mate to have another bottom, or would you prefer for you and your mate to have another top in a relationship?
Girl, about him. Technically, somebody verse, but you
I'm
know,
gonna say something weird. So me being a bottom and having a top, I wouldn't actually mind having another bottom in a relationship.
For what?
I mean, you
'cause
know,
we're
every time
lesbians,
I
girl.
have lesbian tendencies every now and then.
Oh, she thought I was the only one. Come on, church.
I know my child. We done had this
are the only one.
conversation, but I just didn't think my child was gonna put this out here for 10,000 people to see it. I can't get over that. I don't want. I'm sorry. Maybe it's selfish on my end. If I'm doing it, I want another top. I don't want another bottom.
But that's okay. Like everyone has their
Bottom.
own thing, like their preference, or like what they're comfortable with. To me,
Bottoms
it can
do
be a
certain
top, bottom,
things.
verse, bitch.
Some people claim bottom just because it's the popular thing to do. They don't really,
Because let's just keep. I'm gonna keep it
especially
2000.
when you first come on the scene. You know the girls love to claim bottom, and then 10 years down the line, oh, I'm a top.
I want to
I'm saying
like.
that's on them, no, they ain't.
It's like this for me. Like no tea, no shade. But if we're dating, and I'm like, okay, so if we start dating and we're like, okay, so you don't really want to be locked down, I really don't really want to be locked down, but I really like you. Is it okay if we have, occasional threesomes, or if we have an open relationship? I don't feel like it's necessarily something that is a deal breaker, but if we are supposed to be in a relationship and doing an open relationship, and you're still coming home to me, as long as there's communication, and for a fact that what I'm saying, the communication and understanding, I think that is a difference between me
Well, I
and
think we should justify open relationship because there's open relationships where you're talking about threesomes, bringing someone in. There's open relationships where you're talking about just going. How these so-called masseuses have out calls and in calls. We need to justify whether we're talking about bringing someone in as a third, or we just have individual people that we go out and mess with. Because that's the difference as well. Some people have a relationship to where they just bring people in to their sexual encounter.
And I speak to that point, and also when you do that, you have to be very careful about who you bring in. That's a big thing for me. Like if you're going to
both
do
people
that,
have to agree upon it and
screen the hell out of them.
do you bring them into? But do you bring them into your home, or do you meet up at a hotel?
I would not. I would do a hotel type of situation. That's for me.
I've messed with couples before, and I've been to their home.
See, I feel like if I bring somebody home, it's too intimate if I bring somebody home. But if we meet up at a hotel, it's like the thrill of the chase and the doing it. Because, okay, so I'm just going to keep it 2000. So I'm one of them type of hoes that like to take and leave, like to have like a little breaking and entering, like rape fetish. I'm into that a little bit. So if I leave a room door open and have like my husband or boyfriend or whatever dress up in a little something different, and I'm laying there and pretending like I'm asleep or whatever, and I just
like role playing.
Yeah, I like role play. I'm into role playing. Mm-hmm. So that's hot to me, especially if it's like him and a homeboy.
Ooh.
Yes, just knock me on over. I just can't see myself with another girl because maybe I'm selfish when it comes down to that, because I wanna experience all of the meat on my own. So
she's a hungry bottom, honey.
Okay, she wants all the sausages to herself,
and I'm not necessarily
she's the butcher.
You're not a power bottom. You're just hungry.
I won't say I'm not. I am, but I'm not gonna say I'm not, because it's depending on. I haven't found anything that I have not wanted to try as far as that, except for I'm not into scatting. I'm not into scatting. I have done water sports before, but very limited. I told you I'm being open with y'all. I'm just saying. I've never done I've done
S&M.
I've done that, but I was the dominatrix part of it. I wasn't the sub in it.
Girl, you give me that.
Yes, I enjoyed that. Get your ass over here. Get your But I think it's because of my personality, because I'm so playful most of the time that it's when I get into that space, like I get into that space and I stay in that space until it's over and done with. And I'm like one of them ignorant mistresses. I'd be like, did I say that you could sit down?
Okay.
And then just get up into it, because somebody wants you to tie to beat them like they runaway slaves and stuff, and that's just for my 400 years for my friend.
Yeah, I don't get into the whole slave man.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do that. I mean, I could be the master, but I don't know if I could be the slave.
It's the whole
I'm sorry. I'm just putting too much of me out there. I'm sorry, y'all.
child. I'm not here. Mm-mm.
The role
Nah.
play. I mean, a little role play, like especially like, say for instance, if you want to be the doctor and the patient, or if you want to
Oh,
be
With
the
it's,
so
school
many
I'm
you
just
teacher
can
and
saying
the
the
do.
whole
principal.
slave thing. It's very,
Not,
some white
but it's not.
men take it as a fetish to be with the black people, and when they get into the whole slave master thing, it's like, oh,
But it's not that
not, not
being a
doing.
dominatrix. But it's different. When you're a dominatrix, it's different levels to it. And I'm
No, dominatrix. That's
yes,
different from a slave and master. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm
but
talking
that's
about
role play
specific.
though.
No, they specifically want you to be a slave. Like it's girl. I'm not. We not wading in the water over here, girl. No, ma'am. Take
Well,
that
I
somewhere
have
else.
to agree with you. I'm not going to go to that extent, but I will go to the extent of be, teacher, student, or principal,
That's
teacher,
that's.
or
I mean, that's different.
doctor, nurse, or you. Okay, let's just keep it 200. Let's keep it 2,000. How many of us on here done play when we was younger? We played mom and daddy,
Doctor.
or we played
I
doctor.
was gonna say doctor. Hmm.
So it's really no difference in that. It's just the dry humping that you did back then is actual humping that you do now. So the only difference, let's just keep it 200.
That's because we was hoes when we was kids.
But I wasn't a hoe.
Right, I wasn't. I didn't really like break out to like my early 20s.
Everybody ain't experienced as you are.
And
Girl, we
girl,
used to make
first of
it
all,
that.
she said
Fake
when we were
bandit.
kids,
Fix
how
your
many of
fake
us
bandit.
played mama and daddy? Girl, you ain't playing mama and daddy, and
I slobbed on a little
You know
knob.
what?
I wasn't the only one bandaging up the upper thigh.
Well, speaking of,
You know,
I'm not even gonna put that out there. I'm not even gonna put that out there because I already mm-mm, mm-mm,
mm,
mm-mm. I ain't even gonna put that out there. Fuck it. So I have a theory, and this is just me. You can call it what it is, but I feel like if I get it up, it must come down.
Hmm.
oh, of course.
So
Isn't
yeah.
that like a part of the bottom mantra?
No, because we got lazy tops and lazy bottoms. So let's just keep it 2,000. We got some.
I'm about to find more lazy tops
We
out
got
there.
some that want to be pillow princesses, and all they want to do is just sit and get done, and don't want to do nothing else for nobody
Well,
else. So it's some lazy ones out there.
I will say, if I'm putting in all this work, sucking your dick, and getting you up and all of the things, when I want that same energy reciprocated, because one, I do the most in that area. So when you get in me, I want you to reciprocate that same energy that I gave you, girl. If I'm sitting up here working up a
You
sweat,
better eat my ass out for 20
sitting up
minutes.
working up a sweat, I need you to get up and work up a sweat as well. And then once I see you getting into it, working up a sweat, then that's gonna make me want to throw it back, and then give you all of the I told you what position I like, girl. Throw it back, girl.
Diva once said she was clueless back then. She thought they was really playing doctor. Unbeknownst to her, the few boys copped a free field. Diva one, you ain't that naive, girl.
She is.
That was me playing WWE back in the day.
Did you say playing WWE?
I thought she was over here flipping the boys.
The
Baby.
king says I can't stand lazy sex. Me either. Me either. Okay, so
Going back to
I was just gonna say, getting back to what we were originally
Right.
talking about, because we don't want to a whole nother playing
So,
field.
they were talking about that, and Craig, Craig can be very immature about certain topics, and I feel like this is again one that I guess because he's not as open minded as he thinks he is. It's just like a foreign language to him. So they had a couple. They had a straight couple on. Well, the female was bisexual. They have an open relationship to where they have kids, so they don't bring people home. they, do their business outside of the home. So, but she mainly deals with females, and then he deals with females as well. So sometimes they've had threesomes, foursomes, or whatever, I guess stuff like that. But they mainly play separate, and it's not an all the time thing. It's like sometimes they skip a few months. It's not like they just do this on the regular, from how she explained it or whatever. And Craig is so in love and so in worship of his new man, girl. Like
But
he doesn't.
that's the thing though. If you have that conversation, it goes back to what we were saying beforehand. If y'all have the boundaries in the conversation and say, you're free to on every third Tuesday of the month, you are free to have whoever you want to have outside of the home, long as I don't meet that person. You know what I'm saying? I feel
But
like
sometimes
that.
they do dealings together. It's not even about keeping it
I
a
feel you,
secret.
but I'm just saying though, how you, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying, is they were mature enough that sometimes they both played together and sometimes that it was individual play, correct?
And she did say that they actually started doing it after they had their first child. So this wasn't even something. Well, she did explain how they got together. They did kind of get together kind of fast when they were dating. They really didn't date because they met up, I guess, on a hookup wise. So the few times that they did have sex, she ended up getting pregnant. So they didn't really have a dating phase per se. So then they ended up getting married, and then so they kind of did it backwards from what she said.
Hmm.
So and I don't think she told him that she was bisexual until after they had their first child, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that's when the conversation started coming up and this and that and whatever.
Well,
So
that's good. Let me ask this then. When do you feel like, or when do y'all feel like, y'all in the comments too, when do y'all feel like that it's a, when you should have a conversation to explain to a person, hey, I'm just not, gay, or I'm just not straight, I'm bisexual too. So when do you bring up that conversation to a person?
Oh.
I mean, it depends. I mean, because you could date somebody and it doesn't go anywhere. So you could say
Right. There's
by the
women
third
where they
date. But if y'all are just dating and it's just y'all just hanging out and you don't see it going nowhere, okay, cool, whatever. That's not their business. But if you're dating and
But
for a
say, for instance,
reason,
if you're serious and you
I'm
seriously
saying that's
think
what I
that
was
you
gonna
want to take and move to the next level with that person, and you've been, we'll just say you've been dating that person for
if you
six
see it
months,
going
when do you feel
somewhere
like
and
you're supposed to do it?
if you see it going somewhere, I would say, you just have to wait for the right time. It's not really a certain answer on, oh, it should be by the third date or, whatever, whatever, whatever. If y'all are having sexual, intercourse and this and that, by that time, and that could be on the first date. It doesn't necessarily have y'all are waiting. It's just if you see it going somewhere and dang, this could possibly be the one or this and that. Once you start having those kind of feelings, it should be around that time, and that can be anywhere from like a month, 6 months, could be a year. You never know. It's just because you dated somebody don't mean that you see it going anywhere.
But see, I'm more or less with Silent. Like, I try to be upfront with people about my
I'm
do's and
very
don'ts,
upfront about everything. I'm just speaking
because
on other people.
yeah, I'm very upfront whenever I'm talking about do's and don'ts, because some people will take and turn around. Like, we had a discussion about a month and a half, 2 months ago, when we was talking about, um black females in particular, dealing with bisexual men or down low men, and the complete, I would say, from the females that was in the audience at that time, most of them could not handle it. But if that is a part of who that person is, like, why can't, if you're going in and you're saying that you care for a person and you want to be with that person, then why is it not okay to accept that part of a person for being bisexual?
Um, for me, I understand why. It's more so a double standard because how females can experiment in this and that. It's like males don't get the opportunity to experiment or,
Right,
classify themselves as such. So for
right.
me, that's why so many men are DL or in the
Yep.
closet or don't
Mhm.
classify themselves as gay or bisexual. They just,
Go with the flow.
they may do this on the side or they may hit up the bookstore every once in a while or they may just to get that urge when they get the urge.
But then
But
that's
my
what I
thing,
go ahead,
but
baby.
my
I'm sorry.
thing, when they are like that, when females, it's all about rejection. When someone gets rejected because of something, they go into hiding or they hide it because they think it's wrong, or that's why a lot of people, not even just talking about being bisexual or all of the things like scat or water sports or this and that, because I get into a lot of things. A lot of people won't say anything to me about it until they know that I like that, or even the scent thing. A lot of people are just now coming out, even putting on their profiles that they like scents and all of that stuff. So just think
I
of how
I
long
definitely understand that,
in
and
fetishes, like foot fetishes and all the things.
right, and I do understand that, and that's why I can't understand why, other than the double standards, I can't understand why is it okay for a girl to have experience or experimenting, but then as soon as a guy experiments one time, he's
Because they don't get rejected for it.
assumed that they automatically say that he's gay, not experimenting, not trying to figure things out, not exploring, not seeing if they like it, but they're gay.
Because
Especially in the
it's
black,
popular for women, but women don't get
especially in the black
rejected for it.
culture.
But
Especially in the black culture.
women don't get rejected for it. Like I said,
Oh,
when
because
people
it's
get
the
rejected
ultimate
for stuff,
fantasy.
when people get rejected for stuff, they get closed. They close up and bottle up. They don't want to share themselves, and they can't. They feel like they can't be themselves fully.
And then, like, even from another aspect of it, whenever I'm meeting and talking to someone and telling my tea, because I always the girls be laughing at me at work, but whenever I'm talking to different folks, I said, "Baby, you know I'm a unicorn, right?" And everybody that have been on here long enough to knows what I mean when I say that. So I'm sitting on there and I'm just having this conversation with them. It's like, damn, you bold tell them. It's like, because I don't have time for BS. So you either with it or you not with it. It's
Because I
just
don't want you to
plain and
say the
simple.
wrong thing around me. And then,
Yes, because if you say the wrong thing, I'm a nuck if I buck, and it's just gonna be over
well,
and done with.
my thing is, if like the girls, I've been in situations a lot of times where people don't know my status, and then they'll make jokes about it, or not directing it towards me, but just
That ignorant side, that they feel comfortable enough that they can say ignorant stuff like that.
and it's usually the gays.
Yes, always.
But
And then the black ones at that, the black gays.
it's always the black gays. We tear each other down more than any other group,
No,
any other.
the females do the same. The black gays and the females. Because the
Well,
female will
they
not
tear
take
each
a
other down, but
compliment.
we tear each other down more than they do. I don't think. I think females more so hate on each other. Like it's just, I don't know. But we hate on each other and tear each other down, try to tear each other apart, malicious with one another. If they go to that extent, it's usually over a man.
Correct, D-Bang.
I feel like, in terms of the whole bisexuality thing, I feel like even with a double standard, it still comes.
The stigmatization.
Well, no, it still comes through the structure or the power and oppression through heteronormativity. Because even with bisexual women, like yes, they might get more so of a pass, but it's often more so fetishized, where it's not as much with men. Like men, it's also always assumed like, oh, you're just gay. So even whatever kind of gender you're in, it's not really a better than or this over this. It's still like there's still like this heteronormative force that's still directing how it's supposed to be. Like with women, I feel like it's much more so fetishized, even
But
with like full blown lesbians.
what you're saying, but with you saying that though, it's easier for a lady, and I'm just gonna use that term. It's easier for a lady to deal with a gay man versus a trans, because most females are intimidated because they feel like it's the next, females can do stuff for men that a trans woman cannot do. And trans women can do things for men that a female will never be able to do. I don't care how much plastic that you put in, out, or around your body. One is always going to be one, and one is always going to be the other. I don't care if you get the little snip, the reassignment. It's man-made. Let's just keep it 2000. So the purpose of me saying all that is why not us celebrate each other versus trying to tear each other down? And I just feel like if you're open and honest from the jump with talking to your dude or trying to get to know your dude, either your dude gonna be with the program or not gonna be with the program. And I feel like with open communication, and I could be wrong, so I know y'all gonna correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like with open communication, you understand from the jump what you're walking yourself into, whether it's from a friendship, whether it's from a friendship that blossoms and turns into love, whether it's siblingship, whether it's a mother-daughter, mother-father situation. When you communicate and you talk to parents, you communicate and talk to peers, you communicate and talk to friends, you communicate and talk to lovers. If you have that communication and you're open to have that dialogue and everybody's on the same page, there's no reason that it should not be no type of understanding of what's going on. Am I wrong? Right or wrong?
I do agree with that. But I also think it also somewhat depends on the environment and the situation you're in per se. So in certain aspects, yes. But if you're in a situation like there could be situations where being honest might actually put your life in danger, more danger.
It's just like with me, I'll just use me, you, Zylant, Cousin Faith, and Savon. We may sit and have a conversation backstage that we share the other stuff that we don't never share here. Like we may sit and talk about, I'm just using, you might have went and bought 4 diapers and you may have bought 4 pair of diapers. I might have done about 5 pair of diapers, and we all go into different extremes trying to figure out what diapers work for a 2-year-old versus, you know what I'm saying? Versus.
I was like, where you going with it?
Where I'm going with it is this. Not only does the environment count, but it's the reception of how it's being laid to you. So if it's laid to you in a respectful mannerism, it's just like if you and your boss have a conflict. I'm not finna take and have a full-fledged conversation out in front of everybody and God. I'm gonna pull that person in so we can talk, and you be at peace, I be at peace, and we both speak. And that's how I feel like with any form of relationships, you have to be at that place that you're able to take and speak, because then it won't be rejected whenever it's said to a person. But if you want to be and ain't nobody listening, because you shut down and you go for the jugular from that point on. Like you finna let loose and let God, because then you're on 10, you tensed, and whatever they gotta say is irrelevant at that point. When you can just whenever I used to get upset with my mom on the phone, I wouldn't go back and forth with my mom then. I'd just be like, girl, let me call you back. Somebody just text me and I need to answer this text. I'd be something simple as that. And then once I cooled down and I thought about it for a second, then I call it back, Mama, look, I don't want to be disrespectful. I got off the phone with you. Now, can you explain to me what you was trying to say so I can explain to you what I'm trying to say? And we both peaceful. You see what I'm saying? Because even when it comes down, not to go biblical, but the word says a soft tongue turns away wrath. So if you going back and forth with the person and all that foolishness, it's never going to get a resolution about it. I'm done. Y'all can go ahead. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to take it there, but I'm just speaking from the heart right now. I know I put a lot out there. I'm sorry.
You did, girl. I do still agree with that. But I just also still feel like some people it also just depends on how the maturity level, or how even people, I don't know how to explain it, but how people, because some people just don't even know how to communicate or even accept communication being brought to them. Because I've been
regardless of the relationship.
Right.
So how do you take and communicate with a person that really don't know how to communicate? How do you do it?
And that is still something I'm still learning how to do.
You make them listen. You make them hear you.
But can you make somebody listen and hear you? Can you explain that? What do you mean by that? And how do you do that?
Well, I've been told I'm very persistent.
You are
So
stalker achieving.
I give you the good old Jennifer Holiday treatment, honey. You're gonna hear me when I'm here, because I'm not going nowhere, girl. So you might as well pay attention.
Right.
So you just have to be in their face, girl. I don't appreciate X, Y, and Z,
But that
and this
doesn't work
is
for everybody.
It doesn't mean they're like digesting
it doesn't. But they hear you. They may not like what they're hearing, but they hear you.
So it's more so like I feel like that's more so.
You don't
Kind of
have to agree with what I'm saying, but you heard what I said.
It's like, oh, okay, bitch, whether you agree with it or not.
Right. You don't have to agree with it.
Just know if it works.
I'm not
it works.
here. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm not an evangelist. Nothing. But
Okay.
But you are senior district core director.
and that's why they gonna hear me. Let the choir say, huh?
Amen.
Hmm.
Well, sometimes you do got to do that. Like, okay, well, you know what? We beyond communication. Whatever it is now. You do this again, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You heard that?
But I think communication is a big key in any relationship, friendship, parental roles, partnership. I think communication is key. I think you have to be able to talk.
So do
And
you
you have to be able to talk to and not talk at somebody.
so as far as with parentalship though, do you feel like spanking is still something that a person should do?
Yes.
I think it should be last resort, but I'm not saying complete out. But I think
Depending on what it is. Sometimes it needs
Depending
to
on
be
what it
last
is that-
resort. Sometimes you need to pop and ask questions later.
right. But if it's like a 2 or 3 year old doing like something like pretty much a
Now,
normal
a
2
pop
3
on the
year
hand
old,
for a 2 to 3 year old is training a child when you say no means no. But whenever they come to being 16, 17 years old, ain't no sense in me sitting up here talking to you. It's time to box your ass and be done with it. Period.
Yeah, my mom went from pops to pats on the butt to whoopings to switches to beatings. Then I
To
was
me,
getting
I
hit.
feel
Then I
like
was getting hit dead in my chest.
because the way my grandmother raised me was more so like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and talk to you, and that's like, okay, well, this is why this is a problem because you're not at that space yet. You haven't fully, your brain hasn't fully developed yet. So you thinking, oh, this and that, like, no, let me sit down and actually explain to you. So we were actually communicating, like, oh, okay, I get it now. Now after that communication, and we go off and like, oh, you still okay? Well, now is okay. I gotta whoop your ass now.
I think it's
But I feel
important
like
for
most
parents.
parents just for anything, not like I'm not saying like the stuff like no, I gotta whoop your ass because this is a serious offense. But for like I feel like a lot of these younger parents per se, their first instinct is just to like honestly beat their child because I feel like there's a difference between
And
beating.
holler.
I was just going to say,
There's a
difference
There's a
between
big difference.
beating and spanking. I said you
Right.
spank a child.
To spank is not, but that's what I'm saying. A lot of these young new school parents, they're actually literally beating their child
Mhm.
over the littlest
But it's not
thing.
even some of the young, but some of the old too. They just done got
I
here.
had a homegirl like that, and we was at a Asian buffet, the Chinese buffet. I was like, girl, calm down. But I mean, she's from, where's she from? Oak Cliff or somewhere. I don't know. I guess I was like, girl, not that I haven't gotten my ass handed to me in public, but it was just the way, like, she cussing the child. I was like, girl, when CP is knocking at your door, girl, don't be wondering why.
Yeah, see, for me,
Or
that's
you
going
can't
to
even
like,
get out.
Because it's different. And I'm not saying don't reprimand your child in public because sometimes that needs
Right.
to be happening as well. But it's a way about doing it. My thing
but if
is,
you cuss about a
parent
7-year-old child like they're
don't-
30-something years old,
if your child is doing something wrong, you need to explain to them what they're doing wrong and why you're upset. Don't
Right.
just you constantly hollering, and just because you're loud don't mean nobody hearing what you're saying.
Right.
right?
I can read you at a calm voice and I can read you at a loud voice. You're gonna hear me at both of them. But
I will say this: for me, I when it comes to yelling loudness, I don't.
You
I
tune it
can't
out.
do it when you're
I
doing
don't
that.
respond because I'll be like, girl,
I've never been able to do that. So if you yelling at me, I'm automatically zoning you out. Like I don't hear you. But it's another thing when you come to me like, hey, I want to talk about because this is, we could actually communicate in a normal tone voice where I can hear you where I'm not getting defensive. Like, oh, okay, I understand that. I get that. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. And then I will make my own onus to change it. I feel like I feel like we come across a lot of hurt people, and whether it be friendships, co-workers, especially lovers, because of how they were raised and how they were taught to communicate, you have to it's a whole kind of relearning experience. Like, okay, we're not going to communicate like maybe how your parents raised you. Like, that's not like, we're not going to be yelling at each other, or I'm definitely national. It should under no circumstances be any physical altercations going on.
I just don't take to it. I don't care if you parent who don't yell at me. What you hollering for?
Right.
I'm sitting like, I can't hear what you're saying. You don't have to yell at me to get your point across. And I will shut down and tune you out and be looking at you like you stupid all in one take, and have you more mad because I'm looking at you like you ain't got no goddamn sense.
Right.
So it's all about how you talk to people.
Like I said, communication is key.
Because I'm not, even when I was growing up, I mean, some people are like, oh, you was girl, like, no, I don't care who, mama, you not finna yell at me. Do not yell at me. I can't comprehend. I can't gather what you're saying if you're yelling. Now, if you can talk to me and you can express, I'm very upset with you, that's a whole different thing. But when you're yelling,
that's why I said I think parents, like, you have these toddlers and you popping them and cussing them out and doing all of that. No. Yeah, pop their hand if they about to touch the stove, but tell them why you pop their hand.
That part.
That stove is hot. If you touch that stove, and sometimes you have to, because they don't comprehend, you take their hand and place it over the stove so they feel the heat. Don't put their hand on the stove,
Right.
but just so they feel the heat. Like, don't touch that. That's hot. When mommy turns the stove on, this is why you don't touch the stove. Matter of fact, don't touch the stove, period, because you never know if it's on or not.
Right. I think a good explanation that both of y'all have summed it up really good, and I think a good explanation of it is that not only are you spanking the child to correct, but you are having a conversation so they understand why they got the spanking. Because me, myself, personally, I would rather myself spank my children versus somebody out there in the street taking and doing it, and then we're gonna have to get super ghetto because y'all done tried, not only me, but you done tried my child, because you ain't gonna come home with your ass, so if you finna go back and try it again.
It depends on, now if someone else spanks my child,
now that's different.
It would have to be a good reason why.
Unless
it would have to be a reason why. Now, if my child was with everybody else's children and all of them was cutting up and acting up, I believe everybody should get spanked. I don't give a damn. Ain't nobody getting left out. Like, as long as everybody got in trouble, okay, fine. But if my child got spanked by somebody else, it would have to be, they broke a window. And even if it was by accident, you shouldn't have been playing. She told you to sit down. Now you done broke this woman's window.
Let me discipline my child, though. You don't take it upon yourself to take and discipline my child, whether my child is in your care.
If somebody was watching my child and they told them to sit down or, quit running in the house or knocking stuff up, like, if you take and pop, or whatever, like, I'm not going to be mad. Now, if you beat my child, that's different. I don't need nobody beating my child. Now, if you spank my child and put them in timeout, okay, fine. I come back to pick my child up. Why is,
do y'all think timeout works then? Do y'all think timeout works?
After the spanking, yeah.
I think it depends on how you started out. Like, if you try to do a timeout to a teenager who always out of control, honey, that ain't gonna work. But if you start around like 2 or 3 years old, like,
punishment, because I was on punishment half of a year.
You was a badass child, huh?
No, it was just, basically, I used to get in trouble for talking in class and, all of the things. So I was talking back to teachers, and now what I will say is, out of all the things, I've never cursed a teacher out. These kids nowadays be ready to cuss the teacher out, fight the teacher. I've never done none of that. I've never done none of that, but
they'll cuss out an elder, like, damn.
Yeah, I be seeing these kids fighting teachers, and I'm like, nah. When I was in school, I've seen people buck up to teachers, but typically the kids in the class would be like, nah, bro, calm down. Like, we ain't doing that.
So
These kids just be ready to pull their phone out and tape record the shit. I'm like,
Anthony Brown, I do agree with you on that, but on the same token, the times have changed from back in the day. It still takes a village to raise children. True enough. But everybody don't always mean your child good because some people are jealous of you, so they take it out on your child. Let's just keep it 2000.
everybody in that village don't have your best
I'm being
interest at
real
heart.
with you. Ain't no village raising my child. I'm raising my child if I have.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't mind that my child going over to your house, hanging out afterwards or whatever like that. But as far as discipline, I ask respectfully, you let me deal with that. Now, if it's my mama, my sister, something like that, that's different. That's core family.
Right.
So core family have the same values that I do. You know what I'm saying? But you not just gonna take and just swing and hit on my child just because you feel like that. That's your you can the big mama and you can do it. That you can the big mama. You're not can the big.
I feel like
Don't try it.
I don't believe in letting your children go everywhere anyway. That's
Right.
another.
That's
a whole
how I was
option.
raised.
That's how I was raised. I wasn't allowed to go everywhere. It was certain places I
what
could go
happened
because
to the
my
mamas
family had a
meeting up
relationship.
before letting the kids spend the night at somebody else's house?
Huh?
I said, what happened to the mamas meeting up before they let their kids spend the night at somebody else's house?
That
Whatever
part.
happened to
Why my mama don't know your mama?
right?
What
What
so
happened
you
to your children? And you know exactly where they're gonna be at, and they actually being there, and not trying to meet up with no pissy tail boy or pissy tail girl.
I don't know.
I'm
See,
just saying.
nowadays they be they bald head ass. They just rent a hotel room and let them kids go up in there. I'm like, I hope what? Yeah, bro. Mm-mm. And I do understand it because you know you got a whole group of teenagers. You don't want your house getting towed up or whatever. But at the same time, you're renting a room for teenagers that you're not in.
I do understand that the Anthony Brown show, but again, out of respect of who I am, do not touch my child. That's just all I ask. Now my child can be a hellion. You can tell me that. But what you're not finna do is you're not finna take and discipline my child and make me think that and be like that. That's gonna be cool for you to take it. No, you're not finna handle my child like that. I'm just sorry. That's just
It just like I said, it depends. It depends on what the child did. Now I know I'm not taking my child to daycare and you expect my child at daycare. That's not what we're doing. Um, if it's a grandmother role or somebody that type of if I let you watch my child and we're friends and I know you've been in the family 10 years, that's different from somebody, oh, you went to go sleep at Johnny's house and his mom, no. But I will say, if I'm watching your child, I'm gonna discipline your child as if it were my child, depending on what
and I
happened,
get that if we're
depending
on
on
the
the
same
circumstance,
right.
because I'm gonna whip my child and then I'm gonna let you know what your child did. But depending on the circumstance, if I have to keep telling you this and that, I'm gonna let you know, hey, I had to spank Johnny because he did such and such and such.
You need to get your
But I
child.
think everybody, it wasn't just your child got singled out. Everybody got the same discipline. But
Yeah,
it's
that's
just like,
I don't even think. You gotta come get your child. Come get your child.
but it's just like you may not want your child eating after 5:30. Well, girl, we eat at 6, 7 o'clock over here. So it's just like when your child is in my care, I'm gonna raise your child as if he were mine. So the things that you do in your house, we may not do that over here. Okay,
You know
well,
what? True, but on the same token, if I'm sending my child to you and my child is on a routine, it's just like I was watching a TV show last night. And the grandmother took and retired. So she had a routine. She got up in the morning time, she ate breakfast, she did her exercise, she had her midday snack or lunch or whatever she want to call it, and
what
then
if for
had a nap.
everybody?
But hold on, let me see. What I'm saying though is that if my child is on a routine and you've been around my child enough to know what this routine is, and you know my child always eat at a certain time, but then come 5:30 that child's not ate, and then by 5:45 that child is whining and complaining about not eating, but you want to get upset with that child because you don't serve dinner until 6:30, you can be upset with that child. That child is on that same. You know what I'm saying? It's a give and take. It's a situation. I get what you're
That's
saying.
different because
But I'm saying
one, if he
a
eats at
lot
a
of
certain time, you can have a snack before dinner and not be full. You can go in there and get you a piece of, fruit or, a piece of whatever. And, that'll hold him off until I finish cooking. But at the same time, hell, I didn't grow up eating like cooked breakfast food. Like when I went to my grandma's house, my grandma would get up and cook during the week. I mean, cereal, Pop Tarts, something like that before I went to daycare or whatever, or they would feed me at daycare. So when I'm getting up, my grandma we wasn't no sleeping in. Sleep in for what? Okay, if that's the routine, then I should still be able to lay my bald head ass down in the bed till about 10, 11 o'clock. No, when my grandma got up, she'll come in there, food ready, come in here and eat. Go brush your teeth, wash your face, and come to the table. We didn't eat at the table. We had a table. We didn't eat at the table. We ate in our room, or we, ate on the couch in front of the TV. I would sit on the floor and watch cartoons.
right.
So just because somebody have a routine, you at somebody else's house.
I agree with you, but I also
They
feel
should need
like
to take medicine. You eat when we eat.
girl. See,
Well,
we
I
go
guess I
on.
was raised like when you go to somebody's house, you kind of respect whatever their traditions or.
Right.
So it wasn't really an issue with me. Like, okay, we might do
I'm more or less talking about when you have smaller children that are on the routine.
Oh yeah,
That's
definitely.
more or less
am
what
I.
I'm talking about. I'm not necessarily talking about, the 12, 13s, the 14-year-olds that, at
Well, I
that
think that's where it comes for the
I'm
parents to
talking about
communicate.
childhood too.
ho. No, you're not.
What he said?
I'm talking about all children, period. Unless you take medicine, you can eat when everybody else eats.
Confrontational.
They go for older folks too.
I feel like that's more so of a like. So if I was sending my child to Bambi's house and like say his children eats at 6:30, 7:30 or whatever, my child eats at 5:30. Like, hey, just so you know, we usually do this at 5:30, so you might just have to give them a piece of fruit at
Or
such
feed,
a
how about
time.
you feed your child before you bring your child to my house? How about that?
Or that's my thing. I will give you like,
If you
okay, hey,
feed them and I done took and paid you gonna feed my child when I tell you gonna feed my child.
No, because ain't no time. Because 9 times out of 10, ain't nobody passing no money.
I would do that.
You
Like,
want
I
your
would
child to eat, and I'm not cooking till 7, girl. Then you need to have your child some food
I would
already
do that.
with
I would
him.
like, baby,
So
hey,
if
I
when you
gave
want
him
your
some
child to eat,
fruit.
I can just pop it in the microwave. How about that?
I would be like, baby, I gave him some fruits and crackers, so I know.
How about that's the reason why I'm sending it to you, because I don't feel like cooking this weekend. So that's why I'm sending the child to
That's
you.
fine.
See, that's a whole other issue now.
But he still don't get a full course meal, honey. It's just not going to be done until 7 o'clock, girl, and he can eat with the rest of everybody else. So unless you gave little Johnny some peanut butter crackers, girl,
I'm not
that's
gonna
when
go
he's
back and
going
forth
to
with you.
eat.
But you know what? See, what I would do is, if I had other kids coming to the house, I probably would try to make.
Because people don't even know how to drop their kids off. You drop your child off, even to the goddamn daddy. You drop your child off, didn't put no Pampers in the bag, then didn't put no formula in the bag. Then
Which
the
one
girls
of your
don't.
baby daddies
You
met fish
bathe,
food?
you
Hey,
bathe your child and then put your child in some clothes. Have your child some night clothes because they don't even do that. Now I'm trying to find from my child's drawer some little shorts or something to put on little Johnny because his mama don't know how to pack no damn bag.
Hold up. It sounds like you and Johnny mama done got into it. 'Cause
okay, you are
keep
upset.
going
Like,
back to little Johnny. I think it's time for a commercial because you really getting
baby,
your.
you want to talk about it?
No, we ain't gonna talk about it, but it's time for a commercial. We'll be right back, y'all. Here I'm thinking we're gonna have a nice conversation. This whole trying to get in. I don't know what
Girl,
Johnny
baby was reading one of my baby daddies.
you really need to
You
talk
want
to your
cheating.
mama because little Johnny done worked your nerves. Hold on, fool. We'll
I
be
done
right
heard
back,
too many
y'all.
things.
So before we bring cousin Faith and Lily back on here, we need to just keep them uplifted and prayed, especially cousin Faith, because whoever this Johnny person is that interrupt work cousin Faith nerves, y'all please give cousin Faith all of whatever that the cousin Faith need, because y'all don't work cousin Faith nerve, but you ain't pack no Pampers, you ain't get no formula, you ain't have that child no change of clothes. I'm gonna need all that, and I'm doing it now like this because this hoe is not gonna let me have no kind of say so in this. So I'm doing it like this. Please make sure you pack the overnight bag correctly and the weekend bag.
Cause my God, I was just like, Faith, baby, Faith.
But y'all done had some cousins that complain about their baby daddy, their baby mom be sitting up here talking about this hoe unpack the whole bag and ain't got no Pampers in. Where's the formula, girl?
Okay, first off, that's the baby daddy. He could go take his ass to get some damn Pampers.
See?
Then they may have Pampers in the bag, but ain't no clothes in there. I was like, girl.
Okay, so why don't he? Okay, so here's my thing.
Here we go.
Why don't the baby daddy got his own set of clothes for the kid? Why is it always the baby mama who got to pack some clothes and some Pampers? You got a damn child. You know the child is coming over. You go to Walmart. Get the child clothes. Get some Pampers.
Those are petty parents, because I hate when one set of parents buys clothes and then because they're new clothes, or you only want your child to wear those clothes at your house, so you take those clothes off and put your child in some old clothes, and then you don't send him with no clothes, and the parents, say the mom, like my cousin person, she has 5 kids all together.
I knew it was something.
No, this is just an example. So her son needed some clothes for school. So the dad took and bought the boy some clothes, but kept the clothes at his house. What is that doing if he doesn't live with you? So because you want to be petty because you got a new girlfriend and put him in Jordans and all of this and that, but you want to take him out of those clothes when it's time for him to go home and put him back in the clothes that's too small.
Like each parent should have their own, like, okay,
they should have clothes.
Dad should have his clothes. He should have Pampers. She should have Pampers. And now, at some point, yes, you might, this is one of his favorite outfits. Fine, send it over, wash it, and that could be staged.
Just make sure it's back in the bag. I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Or keep it open. Like, okay, well, what he might want to wear next week, or if he's gonna be with you a certain. Okay,
say y'all are out or something, and you didn't have time to pack him a bag, and y'all just met up, at 7-Eleven or whatever, or you came and picked up him from an event. You should still have.
Some of them have that, like they have their
wardrobe
that they love to sleep in. So I understand that. I'm just saying,
I get that.
Johnny don't work like her.
There's some petty parents out here, child.
Who was Johnny's mama? Daddy.
Alice,
They work your nerves, honey.
Alice and Paul don't work your nerves, girl. I'm gonna need you to get it together.
I just feel like some of these baby daddies
get it together, girl. Because my cousins, when I was growing up, I was the only child by my mom, but everybody else had more than one child. So they would all take turns watching each other's kids. My cousins. So one of my cousins, that same cousin, her mom, it was 5 of them. So she had 5 kids, and then her sister, it was 2, really was 3, but one of them, was a stepchild, so she didn't live with them. So my mom, when my mom was watching everybody, my mom really got the grunt end of the stick because she only had one. But when it was her turn to watch everybody, she was getting always more than one child. So it was 5, like 7, so 8 of us total at my mama's house. Then when she would pass me off, she just passing off one child. They passing off 2 and 5. So, it was just always like that. But when they would pack bags, they knew to have clothes, socks, hairbrushes, toothbrushes, and if you're not sending no money, they would at least have like a pack of hot dogs or, because that's a lot of kids. So, they would put some kind of food with that.
But if it's your child,
no, I'm saying sending it to whoever's house is watching the kids.
Oh, okay. I can.
Yeah, when they pack their overnight bags, they would have the stuff.
The one who helped make the baby.
Yeah, because they weren't paying each other to watch. Just be like, okay, you need a night off or whatever, or they're having a little get together or sleepover. We wanted to sleep over at so and so house. So it was just like,
I
you
mean, I
know,
get that. Like everyone chip in. Like, okay, you know,
yeah.
yeah.
So it was
Listen, I
like, you
know whenever
know,
we used to go
that's
out
a lot of
for
kids
hunt,
to feed. So, you know, you bring like
I'm not talking
hell,
about that. I'm talking about when
maybe
it's
hot
you're sending
dogs,
it
meat
to the
Whitney.
other parent's house. It's the other parents. You're the other parents, so
Mhm.
you can contribute as needed or as such.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that means like, oh, you got to like, you know, definitely like, you know what I'm. They've been liking hot Cheetos. I'm gonna an extra bag of hot Cheetos, and you'll probably buy another bag or something that weekend, whatever.
all right, y'all. We got 10 minutes, and I'm about to open up the lines for anyone who want to come in and say their piece. And
Child.
we're gonna get
Come
ready
on,
to
Anthony. Come on, Anthony Brown. We know you gotta
We got 10 minutes, y'all, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
I
so
need you baby daddies to step the fuck up.
I don't know how we got on this topic from open
I don't know
relationships.
either because but Johnny Mama them, Alice Pearl and them don't work your nerves. That's all I can say. Alice Pearl and them don't work your nerves.
Johnny,
Child,
Johnny,
we
done work my
done
nerves
went
too,
from
buddy.
open relationships
We done
to
talked about this.
badass kids to spankings to what was we talking about?
It was
S&M,
a relationship.
being up.
I think the whole theme of the show is communication. Communication.
Okay.
That would be really good. Communication. Different forms of communications.
Now, if you know your child ain't had no Pampers before you send them to my house in that damn bag, that big ass, and then you want to bring the big bag over there, girl, and then when your child done shit all over themselves, and I go in there to look for a Pamper, girl, you know when no damn Pampers in there, and I got to get one of little Ray Pampers that's too big.
But see, before they leave the house, I look in the bag. You didn't pack your child no Pampers, so it's
Ooh,
a
and
Walgreens down the street.
No tea, no shade. But those of y'all who have roaches, please make sure you shake the bag before you send them to my house.
Matter of fact, don't even bring no bag. We'll
I'll
just
bring the
get
bag, honey. Just
we'll
don't bring
get.
the bag.
Matter of fact,
And I need a new bag of diapers. I need a new. I want to see the receipt where you just brought them.
Because I don't need them in the car. I don't need them in the
That's
house.
what I said. You
that's
might
when
have
we
to
take
take
your-
the baby before
that's-
you bring them in the house.
so
Not
when
too
you
hard.
fully fucking run the bath water, and we just gonna take the baby clothes off at the door and then escort him to the bath and let him soak because you never know if they in the hair. You know,
Give
we
him a rubber ducky.
that's when we get that Johnson and Johnson shampoo and get that detangling.
Oh, Jesus, not the roaches, Jesus, not the roaches. It's
Nope.
the roaches for
Girl,
me.
I have
That
a
is the
horror
real
story
thing.
about that.
Because I had a situation like that. I was babysitting. I like, oh hell no.
I have a horror story. Child. I wrote this is before I had my car like years ago, child. Caught
Hey,
the
there,
bus.
Mike Brown.
I caught the bus to this nigga house and I was so evil. Girl, we done did the do and everything. I was fixed to go take a shower. He was like, oh yeah, because the apartment was nice. I walked through, you know, it wasn't his apartment, it was his sister's apartment. Kitchen looked nice, everything, but I don't know if they were like Section 8 apartments or what. Child, and it was like renovated. The apartment looked renovated, so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. He was like, oh, the bathroom down the hall like, to the right. I said, okay, I'll go in there and turn the light on. Bitch, you know when roaches aren't scared of the lights, it's a problem. Bitch, I turned the light on
And they stood
and
there
my
looking at me like,
hand,
what's up, nigga?
my hand barely missed a roach on the light switch, bitch. Girl, it was. I've never seen so many roaches, and they were all, bitch. They was contained, girl. I don't know if they had a spell cast, or bitch, you hoes better not come out the bathroom or what, bitch. Them hoes was all over the
You said what?
wall. They
To
was
be
over.
fair, it might have been like a nasty neighbor, because that's the horrible
ma'am.
part about apartments.
That's how I
But
said
they
no.
don't be contained in one area. Them hoes, like, they wasn't even crawling out the bathroom door. When I opened the door, they was just, and they was on the floor, bitch. And I didn't have no socks on. I would have been evil. Bitch, I was so mad. I had to sleep. I couldn't even go to sleep because the last bus had already came.
Because if
The
they're only
last
in the
bus had
bathroom,
already came for me to leave. For me to leave, the last bus had already came. God was evil boots. Oh, best believe when that first bus started running, I was outside.
That's weird. Or they're only in the
They
bathroom?
were on the wall. They were on the mirror. They were in the shower. They were around the
So every
toilet.
3
They were.
seconds you was jumping, huh? Oh, what was
Bitch,
that?
I didn't even turn the light out. I just closed the door. And then when I walked back to his room, he acted like ain't nothing happened. He didn't even warn me. I'm like,
It was the not
bitch,
warning.
what you thought they was
Right,
on?
what you
Got
thought
it when I
warning.
turned the light on?
So what
Because
did he say? Did you confront him?
I was like, maybe he thought they was on scatter when I turned the light on. I was like, well, girl, if you got them in check like that, girl, you got your dogs in control like that. Well, bitch, I need you to go down there and put them hoes in command. Because, girl, they didn't listen to me. I need you to go tell your pets to go back to where they was at, girl, because they all, girl.
She getting aggravated all over again. Look at her. She get mad all over again. Look at her.
No, I wasn't mad, bitch. I was itching. I was like, is it on me? Girl. Mm-mm. Bitch, I felt like those was locusts. What's that?
No.
What's that in the Bible, girl? What's that on the Prince of Egypt, girl? Locust.
That might have been some voodoo shit. That might have been a curse now. That might have been a curse.
That's why I said I was like, girl, I don't know what kind of spells they conjured because them hoes was not crawling out the bathroom at all.
That's why I said that's weird because usually they would be all over the place.
I've never seen anything like that.
That's why I say, are they coming from another apartment?
Yes, King said why. That's why I usually don't go to someone else's house. People be nasty. They knew you was coming over hours ago. They didn't even attempt to clean up.
Diva Wong,
girl. Well, at that point, King. I mean. Like I said, the house wasn't dirty. It was the bathroom. The bathroom wasn't dirty either. It was just roaches was everywhere.
Well,
it was like
that's why I think it might be coming from somebody else's apartment.
He probably killed 200 of them before I got there. And they probably just regenerated, girl. I don't know.
I was just gonna say no tea, no shade. If you are a nasty person, regardless of the fact, when you do that clean before the person comes over, they still gonna come out and embarrass you.
Nature.
Well, I'm not gonna say roaches don't mean nobody's nasty because you can move into it.
You can move into an apartment, true enough. But what I'm saying though is that if you are a person that's not of the clean mentality, and you do a cleaning that once a week cleaning that you call yourself doing, that ain't doing nothing for them.
That's why when I move into I call her back. When I move into an apartment, I set off bombs.
Mm-hmm.
I set off a bomb in the living room. I set off one in the bedroom. And I already knew there were roaches in the apartment before I moved in, but they weren't bad. But I already knew I was going to have them on the spraying list. So I told her, because I saw them when I went to look in my apartment. I was like, okay, well, girl, just make sure you keep me on the spray list until these hoes is gone. Because no shade, it was some Indians that lived next to me. And I not stereotyping them, but I knew that's where they were coming from. So I was like, okay, whatever. That ain't my business. So, because they were coming through in the kitchen. And that's where my wall connected to their apartment. So I was like, okay, girl, just keep me on the spray list. So they eventually left, but it was like after weeks of them spraying, I had to set off another bomb. I was like, girl, no, ma'am, because she likes to cook. I don't.
Bitch,
luckily,
I do my own.
I didn't have any visitors. I didn't have no pets pop out.
I don't understand.
That was just. I can't. I don't do well with critters.
I don't either.
In or outdoors.
It's one thing about outdoors. I don't like them, but like, hey, I'm in your space technically. But when I'm in my house. No. Mm-mm. No.
Oh, look. Hold on. Jasmine, say something.
Yes.
I'm going to go out and come back in. Somebody called my phone and they did something to my volume.
Taking here, having issues, and taking reset it at the bottom.
I can't hear you. I'll be back.
That's that roach.
The roach heard him talking about her girl.
She done brought the roaches.
She called like, bitch, you have something to say.
The critters and the roaches done got her right on together. The roach done got her. Hey, girl.
Roach Cornisha called and said, "Bitch, you was talking about me, bitch."
She done came through on the phone, baby.
Ooh, honey, she called you like, "Bitch, you talk about me and my kids."
Girl, all 5,000 of them, girl.
Woo, Jesus.
I've never seen anything like that in my life. I was like,
Oh, I can't do roaches. I just, oh my God. Oh.
I remember one time I went to my cousin's house. You know, them old country houses down in East Texas, child. That's like when it turns night down in the country, bitch, you can't see shit. You gotta have your high beams on.
You show the fuck ain't.
That's where I was at. Child, I woke up and it was so dark. I didn't even realize there was a water bug sitting on my pillow, bitch. I got up to use the bathroom, and when I turned the light on to get out the bed, I turned back around. That water bug was just, bitch, a big ass. You talking about somebody check the whole room and the bed? Girl.
What kind of them damn dragonflies be down there, girl? Them dragonflies, the fucking regular flies.
That's why I sleep with my cover over my face to this day, girl. I was like, I can't.
You can still get roaches in the bed.
No, I mean, like, it's the way that I sleep, girl. I wrap my head up. I'll be wrapped up, tied up, tangled up in this blanket, girl.
Look, ain't nobody getting to me, honey.
Because you're naked. You need to sleep with some damn clothes on.
I give the girls Rihanna tease. All I want to see you in is just.
No, hard pass. No. Well, since
Girl, that's fine. Somebody like this Jelly Roll owl.
Bitch, you just can't let nobody have a last
Johnny.
word.
Damn.
Johnny.
She got her hands up on her knees and in the bows of them.
Girl, you took it back now. You took it back.
I don't like this fag. I really do.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
My God, today. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hoes.
Girl, we don't talk about
Anthony, where you at?
Anthony that came in, child. We finna get ready to get out of here.
Child, let that man come in here because I want to hear. Who was Timmy? Come on, Tata. Yes.
Marcus said return the sender.
Hold on, put Marcus back up there. Something about that jawline, honey. What's going on? Yes.
Jacket, they say you work too hard. Uh-oh.
Leander, you saw that jawline, honey.
Must you always be a hoe everywhere you go?
Yeah.
How you doing?
You at the phone? Where you at?
I'm in the kitchen trying to make a burger.
Look at Diva giving us a tea. I swear, Diva, you stay. Thank you, honey. Thank you. You stay with
Y'all have me hollering tonight.
Floral scent.
Mm-hmm. You making me a burger too? Anthony, you know how to cook?
I'm just frying a cheeseburger and some fries.
That wasn't my question.
And to answer your question, yes.
I know. I just wanted to hear you say
to the corner, sir.
Yes. Come on, burger and fries. So, who was this Nurse Jackie that was in the hood popping everybody's children?
Who was doing that?
Who you was talking about raping everybody?
In my story, there was a lady named Miss Peterkin. She was the little dilly lady in the neighborhood.
Are you from Louisiana?
No, West Palm Beach, Florida.
Oh, because I was like, what the hell is a lily dilly?
A lily dilly, yes. and her apartment was right next to the park. So all the kids would be at the neighborhood park, and if anybody misbehaved, she, like you said, would tap you on your legs or put you in timeout or whatever. But she knew every parent's phone number. So if you misbehaved, not only did she deal with you, she would deal with you and send you home and call your mama, and then your mama dealt with you.
Well, that's different. She's like the neighborhood mother.
Yeah.
She still wouldn't be hitting my child. That part.
I believe she would. You just have something to say about it.
And me and her would have to see each other too.
That's fine.
Shirley, this is Bob.
She sounded like she had a pistol.
not Shirley.
That wig could be used as an uppercut swing.
Because that's like the mothers in the church. The mothers in the church, girl. I tell you, running in church, I ain't gonna tell you, but that one time, and if you ran again, you was getting popped. Baby, they didn't play that. You know, them church mothers did not play.
Exactly.
Speaking of church mothers, where's the head church mother at? Where's Island at?
Girl, she the head of the usher board. She needs to be making sure everybody's sitting down.
I think she's redoing the seating chart, honey, because some of y'all been acting up.
Not the seating chart.
My God,
some people might be being moved to the balconies.
She's passing out prayer cloths for the rest of the hoes that came in late. Thought they was on the front pew.
Oh. Speaking of which, y'all, the ones who came in late, we need some extra time. Make sure you give it your ties, honey.
Okay.
Because Auntie Savon keeps count.
Okay.
That's why they came in late. They was trying to make it seem like they didn't have all them ones.
Ties is an all-service type of thing. All throughout the service, you can always give.
They was over there Lysol and them ones that they made last night at the club.
Yeah,
speaking of Lysol.
Maybe.
Anthony, where that man at?
Tyrone.
Mm-hmm.
He home.
Mm.
He with his second girlfriend.
You said the second girlfriend?
He has two girlfriends.
So Bambi would be the third or the only boy?
You know what?
Bambi would be the only boy.
First of all, I would just be his head doctor.
Oh, that part.
And he can go back to either one he wants to choose to go home to.
I want to thank you all for coming in tonight. Make sure you all hit that like button. Share and subscribe.
This child, after all of that, girl, you can't even take no nap at my house.
Faith. Just faith, girl.
I'm gonna go in my room with my ring light so y'all can see me better.
Faith.
Sitting up in my room.
I would like for the church to give a special prayer shout out for Faith because she's been going through some things tonight. Between baby daddy Johnny,
baby daddy mama, and baby daddy Johnny,
and roaches. The other people bring to her house.
The roaches don't come back to hunt her child.
Girl, them roaches was girl. I was like, and it was so weird. It was so weird. I didn't even I jumped, like my hand jumped when I saw the roach on the light thing. But it was like normally I would have just got my shit and left. But it was like, girl, I was so amazed that these hoes just walking around like I never seen nothing like that.
Bitch, like they said, we pay rent here.
Like they were pets.
They said we pay rent.
That's probably why they didn't leave out the room. They was like, well, girl, this is our space.
That was their bedroom, honey. That was their apartment.
I was like, they were on the floor, the counter, the walls.
How did I get to a conversation with
I was like, how do y'all take shower? Girl,
how did we get to a conversation that we're talking about roaches?
I don't know, but I would very much like to change the conversation.
The Anthony Brown Show.
Oh, that's cute. Come on, merch.
Are we self-promoting tonight? Is that what we're doing?
Well, you know.
Oh, you's a shady hoe. A old shady hoe at that. A old shady hoe.
Look, that's probably why it took him so long to come in here. He said, "Oh, let me change this shirt."
No, I had this on all day.
You see, he got his good ring light out, honey. I need to get that ring light because that is a good light.
Yes.
All right now. A burger do sound good right about now.
It sure do.
Every black Christian isn't defined as Democratic, and every white Christian isn't defined as Republican.
Child, don't put Kirk Franklin in front of me while I'm licking my lips.
God smile, and things that break God's heart. The problem is, it's not a buffet. You can't pick just what pleases.
You have my number. I've got over 6,000 people that got my phone number. You've got my number, all right? You know exactly. I'll be bold enough to say how to call me. Don't be a coward and put something out on the internet when you have my number. Call me. Call.
Bambi, she was a church.
Paula said she back their life. Paula said she back their life.
She not.
She not about that life.
First of all, she not gonna run up on Kirk.
She not. I want her to say. I want her to.
Let's have it. First of all, let's have a battle of the choirs.
Okay.
That's what she can put out there. Why she thought she was about that life because she had that old silk press bob. Girl, go sit down.
She don't want one day.
I done told her. Just because you brought that, just because she had that white man on his knees back there. First of all, can we talk about how fine Kirk Franklin is for a moment, please?
Did y'all see my video on?
This is a sanctuary.
God.
Y'all know Kirby wearing them little ass tiny suits on.
It's always the choir director who gotta be a hoe in the church.
Girl, the whole entire. Babe, I'm looking at everybody. That's why I don't make the men in the choir put on robes, honey. I'm trying to see something.
Say Kermit Kirkland and Rachel. You know what? Diva.
First of all, Diva 1, it be the short one. So why you talking about the short men? It'll be the short one. Don't play.
Yes.
It just look bigger because they're short.
No, I like it. I like it to look bigger than their body. Okay.
Oh, you want a midget then?
Oh shit!
Excuse me, the little people.
Are you playing? And they be having grown up.
Everybody little standing next to Bambi, his tall ass.
Oh,
that part.
Oh.
How tall are you, Bambi?
6'9".
I'm 6'6".
That whole 6'9". Don't let that whole tell to lie.
My husband is 6'8". Actually, he's 6'9". He just tells people he's 6'8".
Your man taller than you?
Your husband is the Brown's daughter.
My nephew.
Who is your nephew?
6'8".
That's your nephew now?
Mm-hmm. He be my nephew.
Oh.
That's your niece.
Ooh, 3.
You're giving me too much.
3 shade.
No, I'm giving him too much.
The shade, baby, the shade.
That's my husband, sir.
Now we'll go to
the wedding.
And you know what I'm mad about? Golden Corral was giving out free vouchers yesterday, and I didn't go get one. I could have used it up until May 31st.
Well, hell, our Golden Corral ain't even open down here. We only got one. It still ain't open.
Baby, I was trying to hit up everything.
It sounded like you did a good job.
I wanted to go to Buffalo Wild Wings, but I didn't know if they was gonna let me take the wings up out of there.
Shit, you could have tried. Brought you a bag up and down, put them on in the bag, and kept it moving.
Okay, you could have brought your first Ziploc bags in, honey.
I want to do a video at Buffalo Wild Wings.
A video?
Yeah, for my YouTube channel. I don't need the hottest wings. But
Look, I was like, I want to do a video.
Their wings really be hot though.
Just you heard me. Damn, that's a big ass homemade burger. That look like a water burger. What is that?
It looks dry. Let me see. Put it back up there. Put it back up there. That look dry.
Child, you see how that mustard on there. Oh, that's a
And then
picture.
the bun sliding.
That's how you know it ain't dry.
exactly.
Girl.
That's how we eat our water burgers and shit down here, honey. Get you
Ooh,
good on.
see, I can't have no water burger over there in your state because y'all the one that had the rats jump into the grease. I'm good on that. No man.
Video. Baby,
Y'all
that
got
took out.
roaches and rats jumping in grease. What the hell
I
going
saw
on
that.
there?
Look
I
at
saw
this.
that video.
Texas.
I saw that video. They were trying to catch the mouse. It was a mouse or
And
something.
that hoe jumped in the
That thing
grease.
hopped
Wait,
over
I
that
gotta
can.
see this.
That
So the
was
rest
funny.
is coming suicide.
That hoe jumped into the grease,
Well,
and
we're
then
not
they
gonna-
took it and let that hoe
well,
fry.
we're not going to talk about what y'all have going on over there in Florida, honey.
Nothing. We just at a state of emergency. We number 3.
We ain't going to talk about because everything we have, y'all have it 10 times worse, child.
No, ma'am. Not
Y'all
no.
trades,
Does it
y'all
better.
trades, y'all restaurants, girl, where y'all have. Wasn't that Florida where that little boy got off in the damn Wendy's
And it
the
wasn't.
sink and took a bath? Girl,
That was Milton.
Milton
That was
was.
next door. That was not
Where's Milton?
next door.
Next door to what?
The next city over.
In Florida.
No. The lower Alabama. That's what it is. Not too much.
Wow.
The bam, not too much.
Oh, check.
Child. At least people eat rats, honey. He over there washing his ass in the whole goddamn sink. I said,
Well, at least we know
Sanitized.
he was sanitizing his bowls. Anyway, well, cousin Face with us, you gotta say because we finna get out of here. I'm sleeping.
Linda, what you over there watching, child?
I was watching the mouse rat jump in the grease, honey.
If this bitch don't be looking shit up.
That's Diva One Junior.
That's a research analysis.
Oh my God!
Is that why you jump whenever the grease?
This bitch got high speed, nigga. She looked that up quick.
I know that mother. Oh, child! I hope he died on contact. Cause damn.
Child, you know somebody came and bought that.
You know what? I cannot with you, baby. I
The
cannot.
French fries was extra chewy.
I cannot.
Mm-mm.
They use that same grease the next day.
And you know it was seasoned to completion, girl, because they had that all that seasoning that fell off from everything else. They used fry off in there.
Baby.
Ooh, D-Man came for y'all. Diva the teacher and lead the researcher. Yes, oh Rataburgers. Not Waterburgers, Rataburgers.
Rataburger, okay.
Zombies.
It's
Zombies
always
eating
one.
people faces off only in ratchet ass Florida. No,
That's
you
what they do
didn't.
the bath sauce, honey.
That's that secret sauce.
You better stop hating on Florida.
I heard about that.
Say what?
What do you think?
They better stop hating on Florida.
That's all.
I just feel like a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
better
weird
stop hating
things
on Kirk
happen in
Franklin,
Florida.
honey.
Like all the weird shit in the country happens in Florida.
It do. New York and Florida.
And Chicago, because Chicago's something serious too.
What we going
Well,
to
you know, R.
Chicago.
Kelly is in jail, so we don't have to worry about that for the moment.
You know what?
Well, he done taught them all how to piss on folks, so it is what it is.
Ugh.
But anyway,
Yeah,
moving on.
Because Trey Songz taking after him.
I thought he was shitting on them, not pissing on them. Oh no, that never mind. That was somebody else.
That was
Allegedly.
R. Kelly.
We are not doing this.
What's the football player name with the?
We are not doing this. Okay, we
To the football player that used to wear the crop tops, that was on the Dallas. Ezekiel.
Ezekiel.
I don't know if that's his last name or his.
Girl, you in the scripture for real?
No, the one that was on. He was on the Dallas Cowboys. He was on the Dallas Cowboys.
Ezekiel.
Anyway, that was Elliot.
What's his last name?
Oh, we ain't never got no dirty hot dogs now.
He said with PPN.
We ain't never got no dirty hot dogs.
Who? Diva One said, "Don't y'all
Who was her husband?
Diva One, who was your husband?"
And then we'll try him.
Hello, Spilly Boy. What's going on, baby?
Spilly Boy.
Spilly Boy.
Oh, now that was so gay.
She ain't reading nobody tonight, girl. For the last supper, girl.
It's
the last
early.
communion.
She did it earlier. And then Spilly Boy, I got a bone to pick with you too. Where you at? Come on in here. I got a bone to pick with you.
No, she was trying to rush us off. Now she want to stay.
Oh no, we still finna get up out here. But let me go ahead and drop this link one more time. Spilly Boy, I got a bone to pick with you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I heard Spilly Boy got a new place to stay, honey. She said she ain't over there in the dungeon no more, girl.
Not the dungeon.
I saw her video the other day. She's talking about some the girls over here just telling my business, girl. He was like, "No, I don't stay over here in the dungeon no more." Was it the dungeon or the what he used to call his brother house?
Hello, Spilly Boy.
What's going on, child? You know I live in the trap house.
Boy.
Huh? Say what?
You know I live in the trap house, honey.
Yes. You know I'm mad with you, right? I got a bone to pick with you.
Okay, there's been, you won't be the first person that picked me.
Right. She said join the list.
But since you came on here,
She said join the list.
I came because you said you had some shit for me, so
but since you came on here, let me tell you what I had to say.
Come on.
So is you ready?
Uh-huh.
I missed you.
Oh, I missed it at you too, honey.
You missed it. Did you miss it at me too,
missed it, honey? Yes, I did. I missed
it.
it at you, sweet pea.
Now you just you gotta say it like you used to say. Call me an old heifer.
I'm not doing it. I'm tired of cussing folks out. Shit, my larynx hurt.
I do believe it is not. You have not truly made it until you've gotten a Spilly Boy read, baby. You got a Spilly Boy read.
I gotta go to making cupcakes or something. I'm getting to be known for the wrong shit. I'm gonna be on here live making cupcakes. I don't even know how to bake, right?
But you know what? Whenever you had did your lunch, I had came on there your lunch thingy, and I said hey to you, and this heifer kept on eating and say nothing to me.
Oh, I ain't even seen you. I'm sorry.
And then I've been enjoying it.
She overlooked me all the time. I'd be like, "Hey, it's Spilly Boy."
All the time. Just don't play me no attention
to that read, honey. I'd be like, "Girl."
Baby, I don't even when I get on there and she reading, all I do is just say, "Hey, honey," and I just sit back and relax, and I just let the rest of it come on through.
I ain't never seen a bitch scrub greens like that in my life, girl. She was over there cleaning the hell out them greens. I was like, girl,
they were dragging me.
If them greens wasn't clean before, girl, they show clean now. I was surprised they were still green. I was like, girl, she over there scrubbing the hell out them.
I tried to. Happy birthday, Mr. 6'8", honey.
Yeah, his birthday was
yesterday.
Monday. Monday.
The day before. Okay, one of them days. Happy birthday, child. Did you get some cake or did you give some cake or was there some cake?
We know she ain't get no cake. Now she might have gave some cake, but we know she didn't get no cakes.
I know he ain't let it go by and wet no cake and
Who you talking to?
You?
First of all, this tongue goes everywhere.
Oh, cupcakes, honey.
No
cakes. Honey.
No cakes, honey.
My baby got some cute toes. Hello.
Okay. I seen him in this little white outfit. I said, "Oh, look at him, honey."
My God, today.
Oh Jesus.
Nah.
Oh,
so that's what y'all was doing, huh?
He was over there. Look, okay, that key lime cake he had.
You was going on his candle.
That part.
Good evening.
I'm glad you know.
Okay, so we finna get out of here for real now.
Okay.
Thank each and every one of y'all because they finna go for another 3 hours and I got work tomorrow. We ain't finna do this the whole night. Anthony Brown, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me on the Anthony Brown Show on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter.
Okay, dokie.
Oh, Anthony.
Hold for a second, please. Cousin Faith, you outlaw. Let's go ahead and get you out of the way, girl, because you about to go there and you finna give the old last benediction. There you go, girl.
Well, you know, y'all can find me on your man's phone, girl.
Ugh, nasty.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Oh,
no, but I want to
say, getting tight.
I want to say thank you for allowing me to come on your platform yet again, honey. Prayers for all of the girls, the veterans, everyone that's had a birthday this week. Prayers for everyone's families that are sick, ill, and injured. We do send prayers up to you all, and we are singing glory, hallelujah, hallelujah, honey. Okay.
Oh Jesus!
I'll see y'all next Sunday. No, tomorrow, Friday. If Savon is doing her show, if she's back from hiatus.
On Friday, she does one on Saturday.
Well, you know I'll be busy. No, I'm playing.
Oh, hold on for a second, Leander.
Thank you all for coming. Make sure you hit that like button, then go ahead and subscribe and share. You can catch me on my Instagram page, The Great Alexander. Hope you all have a good night, and I will see you all on Savon's channel on Saturday. Back here on Sunday for the cool down.
Oh, please. Spitty Boy, I enjoyed you coming in here. I know they already know where to find you at, but if you do not know, find Spitty Boy in the bushes. At spittyboytv.com /the reader of the century.
Oh, stop.
Congratulations again on the new place. You know, I feel so special that you graced me tonight because I ain't seen you in so long.
I know.
In the bushes, though, because I never know when you in the bushes because you know you'll camp out in the bushes for a whole show, not even let me know anything.
I do. I don't like to interrupt the flow of things because sometimes it becomes an interruption, and I don't want to do. I don't never want to do that. So
I feel you, but you know you're always welcome. We gotta do us a do us a old mukbang or either have you come on here because I know you got some good old tales from the dark side, secret stories that you can tell.
Absolutely. You know I'm always up for it.
So we're gonna have to work on that. Hold for a second, Spilly Boy. Don't go nowhere. Hold for a second.
Okay.
So once again, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank each and one of y'all for being with me tonight. Special shouts out to Leander, the owner of PastorSugar.com, Cousin Faith for coming in and enjoying us tonight. The Anthony Brown Show joined us tonight. The one and only Spilly Boy TV came in and graced the stage with us tonight. Big shouts out to Mr. 6'8". Glad you're seeing and looking better, doing better. And my good girlfriend, my one and only, my co-conspirator, my co-confidant, Miss Savon came in this evening. Special shouts out to Diva One, D-Main, let's see, the King, Her Majesty the King, Kimmy Brown's in the house with us, Sly Williams, Marcus, let's see who else. Miss Jackie, I thank you for coming in when you came in. Timmy Star, thank you, baby, for joining us tonight. If I missed anyone, please don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my mind, because I'm trying to go through and pick out certain pick up everybody's stuff. But we got a whole long list of people on here. I do appreciate everybody coming in and showing love. Special shouts out to my silent artist. He was in the house tonight. Don't forget to go check out his channel, because he does release videos on Tuesdays and Fridays of every week. So reaction videos on Tuesdays and Fridays of every week. So make sure you go check that out. Check out Mr. 6'8" whenever he's taking and doing his release on his different things. And y'all, God only made one you. If you can't be you, who the hell can you be? So good night, y'all.
Tell me pretty lies.